All right, section 2, order of operations. Let's roll. All right, order of operations. So please excuse my Dear Aunt Sally was an older song from last school year for those who took my class. You know, please excuse my Dear Aunt Sally. Yeah, it was corny, but you remembered it. So here's what that could look like, a little more colorful. Parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, addition, subtraction. Now what I really like is how the book does it. Now they say the same thing, they just emphasize a little better. So they say evaluate the expression inside the grouping symbols, parentheses, evaluate all powers, exponents, multiply and divide in order from left to right. That's something I don't think we stressed enough. Then add and subtract in order from left to right. So I like how our book really makes that a little more clear. That's the only vocabulary. Let's see what it looks like in an example. Okay, so evaluate 48 divided by 2 to the third power times 3 plus 5. So we're going to take, first we're going to evaluate the powers. So 2 to the third power. Now, you guys would probably easier to go vertical. I don't know why they always go right and then down. But yeah, I would probably just take this one to that, put that underneath it. So 48 divided by 8 times 3 plus 5. So now I'm going to evaluate the division from left to right. Or multiply and divide from left to right. So I do the division first. Now we're going to multiply 6 and 3. Comes to 18. 18 plus 5 goes out to 23. Don't forget, I want you to check mark your answers in your homework. Pause this one, give it a shot. Okay, so as I said earlier, you're probably going to work vertically. So parentheses, there's none. Exponents, 6 times 6 is 36. Now bring everything else down. So 36 divided by 4 comes out to 9. 9, so 3 plus 9 minus 5. 3 plus 9. So now we add and subtract from left to right. 3 plus 9 goes to 12 minus 5. 12 minus 5 is 7. Check mark your answer. Good job. Okay, now we do this with some grouping symbols here. So evaluate the inside group symbols first. So we're going to do 8 minus 3 is 5, so that's the red, goes to here. 3 plus 2 goes to 5 as well. Now we're going to keep going. So now we have 5 times 3 times 5, technically. So we're going to do multiply. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 times 5 is 75. Our answer comes out to 75. Let's try another one here. This has got brackets inside of the, yeah, this is just complicated, but it's not that bad. Let's break it down. So first thing we're going to do is do the innermost part of the expression. So parentheses we'll do first. So 6 minus 2 comes to 4. From here, we're going to, again, parentheses first. So we're going to do inside the parentheses again. So 4 times 3. Now it's exponents. Evaluate the power up. And then multiply equals 36. And again, check mark that answer. All right, evaluate this one. So again, parentheses, exponents. So first thing we're going to do is the exponents. So technically this means this one next to this one. I think rewriting this will make it a little easier because then you can work vertically. Oh, of course, then they don't do it. All right, so first you're going to do our exponents. So we're going to evaluate the one in the numerator. We'll do the same. Oh, they want to do the whole top. Okay. Multiply 6 and 2, which comes to 12. I guess 32 minus 12 is 20. So they want you to do 1/2 at a time, which isn't a bad thing because you need to do the things inside the groupings first. So from there, now we're going to go to the denominator. First, we're going to evaluate that power because this was 3 cubed. So 3 cubed goes to 27. So we're going to multiply now in the middle, 5 and 3. From there, feels like we skipped something. So then we'll do 27 minus 15 minus 2, which comes out to 10. So then we'll have 10 over, I don't know why they skipped that step. So from there we'd get 27 minus 15 is going to be 12 minus 2. And then we'd have 20 over 10. So that's how we got to that. They skipped a couple steps there. And when you divide those together, you get 2. All right, so we have to do the parentheses first. So we're going to have 2, and then 4 plus 7 is 11, times 9 minus 5 is 4. From here, we're going to multiply next. So we'll multiply 11 and 4, which comes out to 44. 2 times 44 is 88. Try this one in your notes. Go. Okay, so we got to do stuff inside the grouping symbols first. So multiply, divide, add, subtract. So multiply and divide first. So we'll first go inside of here. 5 minus these two together are going to be -4. -2 times 2 will be a -4. Leave this 2 out here. Evaluate in here. We'll go to 1 squared. I'm going to take away the brackets. And then that's going to be 3 times 1, which comes out to 3. All right, same concept. I'm going to do it the other way here so you can see what I would have done. So I'm going to write this as 3 to the third minus 4 times 3 divided by 2 to the fifth minus 5 times 3 minus 2. And then I'm going to do one side and then I'm going to do the other. 3 times 3, or 3 to the third is 27 minus 4 times 3. There we go. 4 times 3 is 12. 27 minus 12 comes out to 15. Divided by, and we'll do this side now. 2 to the fifth times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 comes out to 32, if I did my calculation right. Minus 5 times 3 minus 2. See if I did this one right here. Otherwise, you get one of the, see where Mr. Evans went wrong. -5 times 3 is our next one. Make sure that multiply there. So it'll be negative times a positive, -15 minus 2, 32 minus 15, or you just go 32 minus 17 and just put those together. 32 minus 17 is 15. Back that up there. I don't know why that messed up with me there. 15 divided by 15 is 1. All right, so evaluate this algebraic expression. So they're telling you what numbers to substitute in for each value. So we're going to go replace x with 4, y with 3, and z with 2. So we put x, y, and z. From here, now we just follow the order of operations. Parentheses, solve everything in the parentheses first. So we're going to evaluate this exponent in here. Then we're going to subtract 3 from it. It's going to turn it to 13. Now we're going to do exponents on the outside there of the parentheses. So those exponents out there, we're going to change that to 4. 2 times 2 is 4. Now it's multiply and divide from left to right. So 2 times 13 is 16. And then we're going to add that to the 4. Comes out to 30. And then check mark your answer. Pause this one, give it a shot. All right, so we're going to insert these in. So 3 to the third minus y to the second plus 5. So 3 to the third is 27. Sorry, 2 to the second is 4. So minus 4 plus 5, 27 plus 1. Oh, whoops. Got to do left to right first. My apologies. 27 minus 4 is 23. 23 plus 5 comes out to 28. All right, so each side of the Great Pyramid in Giza, I don't know, Egypt is a triangle. So we're going to look at one side of the Great Pyramid here. So we're going to look at this side right here. Sorry, my artistic skills are not that great. That's why I teach math. So the base of each triangle is measured at 230 meters. So the base would be down here. And the height of each triangle is measured, which would be right in the middle. So I need a different color. And I picked black. That's the worst color to pick. Let's go with yellow. Why not? So right down the middle would be the height of 187. So the area of a triangle is 1/2 the product of the base and its height. So first we got to figure out what's the formula they just told me here. So write an expression that represents the area of one side of the Great Pyramid. So it said 1/2 the product of the length of base and height. So we're going to do 1/2. So the variables of this, we're going to have base and height. So we have multiple variables here, and that's just because they told us what they were. They told us the base and the height. So the equation 1/2 times the product of base times height. So this is a formula we're going to have later on for the area of a triangle. We say 1/2 base times height. So that's our equation. Another way I've seen this written is base, whoops, give me a better color here. So we have base times height over 2. Terrible twos. So find the area of one side of the pyramid. So we're going to substitute in 230 for B, for its base, and 187 for its height. Punch those in there, and then from here just put it into your calculator. 43,010 over 2, so you divide it by 2, and that comes out to 2150. Are we done? So the area of one side of the pyramid is 2150 meters squared. Don't forget whenever you need a unit. So, your turn. Pause it, go. Okay, so we already heard it was 1/2 base times height. So it says the base is 123 and the height is 62. So the base I'm going to substitute in here, 1/2 163 times 2, or times 62. So let's punch those into my calculator. 163 times 62 equals, I get 10106. And I'm going to times that by 1/2, otherwise known as divide by 2. Divide by 2 is what I'm punching into my calculator. I get 5,053. Oh no, what did Mr. Evans do wrong? Go! All right, and we're back. Let's see, what did Mr. Evans do wrong? Details, details, details. Forgot the 2. Multiplied it wrong, which made it all come out wrong. So if I did 123 times 62, comes out to 75. Oh, let's just scribble that out. 7564. Divide that by 2. Gives me the right numbers. Now we're getting somewhere.